Good day, my friends. Welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to teach you how to play a little bit up the neck when you're improvising, and just to use a simple melody to kind of teach you some different parts of the neck that you can start working. So I'm going to use a 9-pound hammer, and I'm going to use the Boogie Woogie melody to kind of teach you how to float a little bit over the fretboard, and even just the melody of the song. So if you took the melody of the song and you're playing out of a G shape with a capo on the 2nd fret in A, and you did this. Oh, the 9-pound hammer is a little too heavy. And right there you can either use the major third or the minor third. It's a little too heavy, buddy, for my size, buddy, for my size. You go up to the 5th. Well, buddy, don't you roll so slow. Back to the root. How can I roll to the 5th when the wheels won't go? And then you could end with a G run. Take that melody and see if you can play it in a different spot. So instead of this G, let's use this G. And I'm calling it a G, it's really an A, but since we're at the capo on the 2nd fret, I'm thinking like G. But take that A and then see if you can learn the same melody. So instead of going, you're gonna go, and then go up to the 5th. 5th is like a power chord. The 3rd. So there's the melody there. Try it with the root in a different spot. Up to the 5th. To the 3rd, the 6th, the 5th. There's the melody there. Now take that A and put it on the B string and play the same melody. To the 5th, the 3rd, the 6th, the 5th, back to the root. So there's that melody in a couple different spots. So you can practice that. You can, throw Strum Machine on and try it in a few different spots. Right here. Fifth, 3rd, the 6th, 5th. And then what you're gonna do then is you're gonna put a G run at the end. So how can I roll when the wheels won't go? Hit them with the G run. So now you're gonna find that G run in different spots, and this will help you understand a bit more of the guitar neck. So let's take, for example, this spot. Play your G run there, or play the G run an octave up. So if I was playing here, you'll want to know that G run in all the spots you can play the melody. This will help you in the long run, because a G run isn't just a G run, it's kind of like a scale. it'll help you improvise. Because you can kind of use it as a piece of vocabulary that you can break up and change. But try that, try the melody in all the different spots and try it with a G run, and then just do this one more thing, kind of just another piece of music you already have in your head is the Boogie Woogie, which sounds like this. And then end with a G run. So Boogie Woogie, if you take that low note, root, third, fifth, sixth, seventh, sixth, fifth, third, root, third, fifth, sixth, seventh, sixth, fifth, third, and then just play that same melody on the 4 chord. And then resolve with the G run. So here's Boogie Woogie in that low spot. Check it out. Resolve, G run, Boogie Woogie, and then take that Boogie Woogie pattern and go, okay, what if I started up the octave? Or then you have to learn these different little patterns. When you get to the G and the B string, the pattern changes a bit. And then you can try a G run in an area up the neck. So check this out. Same thing. Right? Try it here. Right? So I know it here. And I put my G run there. Then I can also do it here, starting on that open G. And this is teaching you a lot, because it's teaching you root, third, fifth, sixth, seventh, sixth, fifth, third, and then the same thing on the C. And then you can do either or, right, in either octave. So learn that Boogie Woogie pattern everywhere. And then that will start to give you a little bit of foundation in terms of the different spots of the neck. And, in a later video, we'll teach you some more patterns. But I'll just give you an example of how I can kind of use some of these patterns to improvise a little bit. So let's hear this. So I'll teach you, you can start to connect different ideas. And, one of the things that I'll practice, just to give you guys an example, I'll just leave this on ongoing. And I'll just pick different spots, and I'll try to see if I can play G like Boogie Woogie or G run language, C Boogie Woogie, G run language, and then for the 1-5-1 chord change, the last part of the progression, I'll just be playing a G lick using like the G run or G Boogie Woogie scale the entire time for that. So I'll play this ongoing, and I will show you how I might just sit here and practice. So G stuff, C stuff, G, some type of lick. So here's my I'll pick a spot. So let's say I go low. Say I go here. Go there again. So I go here. Let's do G runs. G lick. G runs. G run, Boogie Woogie, G lick. So I'm going to pause it there, and I'll find, there might be some spots on the neck that I'm, less used to using. And I might sit there for a while and kind of practice different areas, and maybe just pick one lick and try to develop some vocabulary along that lick. But I hope this gives you something to work on. A little boogie woogie, a little 9-pound hammer, learning different spots of the neck that we can expand later on. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. I've got more lessons on my Patreon, a little bit deeper dives. And I'm going to keep posting videos on there and keep posting videos on YouTube. So thank you for joining me. If you have any questions, put them in the comments, and we'll see you guys in the next video.